In order to become a high-value man and gain authority, you need to develop self-assertiveness, which means confidently speaking your thoughts and opinions without caring about what others will think. Don't sugarcoat or water down your statements. Speak what you believe to be the truth. Now, that does not mean that you should start to disregard others' opinions and act rudely. But oftentimes, when we care too much about what others will think and act polite, we change the original statement so much that it strays far from the truth. This might end up getting a fair amount of people to hate you, but you'll be respected nonetheless. You'll be admired by everyone as the one honest man who always speaks the truth. When you say exactly what you mean, looking them straight into their eyes, they will sense your commanding nature and will slowly start to abide by you. When people sense the certainty in your words, they'll naturally start to think of you as trustworthy. One important thing to note is that it's not about always stating things that are wise and correct. It's about being certain and decisive. Leaders can make horrible plans or decisions, yet people still follow them because they're determined with their actions. Take Adolf Hitler as an example. No wonder he did horrible things, but he still has a following to this day. I'm not trying to legitimize his actions, but stating the example as a fact that being commanding has nothing to do with always being correct and doing the right thing. It's always about being firm, decisive, and relentless with your goals. Take a good look at the top 1% of the men ruling the world. They're not your average 9-to-5 Joe. They're men with insane schemes and absurd plans. They seemed insane because the average man can't comprehend their goals and what they want to achieve in life, so they end up following them. A man with no dream or vision will always end up working for the man who does. So to become a leader, you need to figure out your dreams or goals and build a strong determination to stick by them. The more ambitious your goals are, the harder it will be to achieve them. But if you can conquer the adversities, the opposition wouldn't be able to budge you. Imagine that you've already achieved your goals. Think as if you're holding on to what you've dreamt about. It will just be a matter of time before its physical manifestation. Now, that is easier said than done, because your mind will always stand in your way, and conquering your mind will be the hardest ordeal that you'll have to go through. You'll often resort to blaming the world instead of working on yourself, which is not what you want, because that's the behavior of the average man or follower. Once you finally make it big, no one will care how many times you failed. To gain authority is to not consider anything an obstacle. He overcomes all of his fears and forces his way to victory. Once you've overcome the adversities in your mind, the physical world will just conform to you without any effort. The reason why most of the men get stuck as average working class people is that they fail to conquer their minds and try to offer actions to compensate for it. But actions made by a weak, defeated mind will only bring them more defeats. They'll become hopeless and start to find their escape in meaningless things like casual intimacy, watching indecent content, consuming dope, and the like. And once you start to walk on this path, it's a bottomless pit to your demise. The only way to escape such habits is being mentally strong enough to carve out your way out of it. Seed retention is one guaranteed way of achieving this. Retaining your seed will clear your mind, and you'll be able to figure out rare paths that you never could have thought of before. It will separate you from the average masses as you continue your journey. Lastly, you need to realize one simple truth. Doing ordinary things like a common man will never get you something extraordinary. Stay tuned for more videos like this, and be sure to hit the subscribe button. Until next time.